Hey, what's up? I'm Maddox.
And I'm Derek.
And you're watching the tour bus edition of
What's Cooking with the MESSERs? Go! Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to a very special tour bus edition of What's Cooking with the MESSERs. Today on this episode, we are going to do a pork shoulder tour bus style. So we're going to use our crock pot on this one. So if you guys want to follow along, go get you a pork shoulder butt, probably 8 or 9 pounds, depending on your family size. Any of your dry rubs that you prefer, that you know you like already. My special thing for this one is some Dale's liquid marinade. This stuff is the bomb on any meats, really good. And it does a quick marinade, so you know when you don't have a lot of time to do this and let it sit overnight, use this stuff. But what we're going to do is basically get it prepped. We're going to get it dried off really well, dry rub it, sear it off in a hot cast iron pan, and then throw it in the crock pot and let it slow cook with some onions and stuff as well, and let it cook down for as many hours as we can wait. 6 to 8 hours would be perfect. We're out on tour right now with Pop Evil and Memphis Mayfires, so we have one more day off here, and then we're going to get ourselves together to finish this tour up. We got Saul coming out on tour with us as well. Go to Octane, you'll hear them every 10 minutes. We're excited for what's going on. Let's get cooking, and we'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, here's what we're going to do today. We got us a butt roast, a pork shoulder. We picked this one up at Walmart. It was like 20 bucks, about 9 pounds of pure meat, a little bit of fat cap on there, which will add some flavor. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get this thing ready to sear it off before we put it in our slow cooker. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, let you guys see this. It can get a little messy, a little bloody. Sharp knife will get you right into it. And all this fat cap right here is going to give us a lot of flavor. Big old chunk of meat. It does have a bone in there, but hopefully once we cook this thing nice and down, it will fall right out.
Wow. That thing is awesome, Derek, I have to tell you. I cannot wait to get this thing on a bun. All right, Derek, so what's next?
First off, I'm going to clean my hands up really well here so we don't get anybody sick. And then I'm going to dry this thing off really well, put a dry rub on it, and then we're going to sear it off in a hot cast iron pan outside. Guys, we're back here. Hands are cleaned. Now we're going to dry this thing off. You don't want a bunch of water or moisture on it. You'll never get a good sear that way. As dry as you can possibly get it. So we're going to flip it all around.
Kind of like dry aging.
Dry aging, except we don't age it.
All right.
Just the dry part.
Just the dry part.
As much moisture out of this bad boy as we can.
Where does this come from on it? This is a pork.
The shoulder. Yeah, it's a shoulder, yeah.
Shoulder. For me, I always thought it was a butt.
Yeah, they call it the butt. Shoulder. I would imagine it'd be a little more fatty if it was on the butt.
Yeah. Pork shoulder, not a pork.
All right, that's a lot better right there. Got a lot of that off there. So we're gonna take this fat side first, and that's where we're gonna hit all of our seasoning at.
It's 2019, Derek. That side is big boned.
Big boned. Big boned. We like big butts, and we cannot lie.
Body shaming the pork shoulder.
All right.
Oh, hold on now. You're getting ahead here. What are you putting on this? Is this some kind of secret?
This is our secret seasoning.
Did you get into my stash?
Yeah. What is this? This is our secret seasoning.
Not my stash.
But it's got a lot of, the typical stuff. Garlic powder, garlic salt, a little onion powder, some corianders, some
So the trick here is just
salt.
To rub it in, hence the term dry rub.
Dry rub.
I get it. Not something that you want to...
in there.
I don't, when you're on tour, sometimes the dry rub is not a good thing.
What? We'll put it a little bit on all sides of this bad boy. That's a big chunk of meat, so, be pretty liberal with it.
No.
And, yeah.
That's the one time it's okay to be liberal.
Okay, we're going to get this on here really well. And then not only am I going to put this dry rub on here, I'm also going to hit it off a little bit of this Dale's liquid marinade.
Oh.
Just because I love that stuff.
So we first dried it, now we're going to wet it.
Yeah, we're going to do that. It's kind of a little sin in some worlds, but this is tour bus cooking.
All right. We had to improvise.
Yeah. I would do a little different at home. I mean, this on the smoker.
All tour buses have pork
be the
shoulders on
amazing.
them, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a standard
How
tour
do you
bus.
guys cook your pork shoulders? Tell us.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But remember, we're on a bus.
Yeah, so you gotta
Okay.
cook yours on a bus too.
So there we go. We're gonna let this sit on here for a little while. I mean, ideally 6 hours
All right,
overnight.
let's let it sit for 6 hours and we'll come back to it. How about that?
Perfect.
All right.
So I've got a trick that my grandmother taught me, paparacchi. It's Italian. What you do is an easy way to de-skin your garlic is to bust it out into the cloves, as you can see.
All right.
We prefer to use a pot, but we don't have a pot with a cover, so we're going to use Derek's Stage Water Yeti. Just for a little bit of flavored water. Basically, shake it up. Now we start to see.
That's like making a mixed drink right there.
It is like making a mixed drink. It's
Like-
also like recording in the studio, a little percussion.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you can see
Shake it out.
it's coming out. We'll see how many of these get done. I probably put too much in. But take a look. As you can see,
Oh wow, it's like a magic trick.
But
that is-
wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So you can basically take all the, all the finely done hairs off. You can see right there. Go outside and blow it in the wind.
I definitely saved a lot of time.
Little tips and tricks. We got it.
All right.
Buddy, they have put me on chopping duty. So, without further ado, let's get to chopping.
All right, next up, we're gonna have to sear this bad boy off before we put it in the crock pot. That way all the juices will stay inside and make it real tender. We got this new cast iron pan for the bus.
Let me hit that thing. That's some
Pioneer Woman.
heavy metal. Yeah, Pioneer Woman. That's what we're doing. We're getting in touch with our feminine side out here with this bad boy.
PioneerWoman.com. We're gonna throw it on here and get this pan as hot as we can.
All right. Do we close the lid down or we leave it
Yeah,
up?
we can leave it down a little bit like that.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Gonna heat it up.
All right.
We'll be back shortly to sear this bad boy off for you. All right, guys. I dry rubbed it like I said.
Mark that.
And you can see it got a little bit more moisture out of it. So what we're gonna do now is we got this hot cast iron, brand new cast iron, all nice and hot. You can see it's hot by the little whitish mark there.
That bad boy is hot.
So we're gonna sear it. Fat side down first.
That side down first. All right. Got your assistant over there, Kenny.
We're helping.
Ready?
Oh my goodness.
That's what you want to hear.
Listen to that sear. Now, if you guys could only smell what I'm smelling right now.
Know what the rock is cooking.
No, this is like the Messers are cooking. I don't want to get copyrighted.
Grab a butt.
Right there, baby. Look at that.
So what's the time on this, Derek? What are we thinking?
I'm gonna try to sear it off for about another 10 minutes. Try to get every spot closed up so all the juices stay
So is
inside.
that 10 minutes per side?
Probably, 3 or 4 minutes aside because we don't have a lot of time.
All
Plus
right.
this pan's gonna cool off pretty quick.
Well, let's let this thing sit here and sear for a bit, and we'll come back to it in 2 minutes.
Okay, we have been searing the other side, the fat side. Now we're gonna flip this big sucker
All right.
over.
Listen
Be
to
careful,
that.
guys. You got me.
You don't want to stab it.
Shrapnel.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's a little bit of bark on there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Right there is what we need.
All right, this is a tricky procedure here on the campsite. Listen to that. You got
Shrapnel.
shrapnel on me. That's okay.
Probably nice, a nice crust on that side. We're gonna try to do the same thing to all the other sides. Hopefully this pan will hold its heat for us to finish this out. And then on into the crock pot, into a bed of onions
All right.
and
Looking
garlic.
good.
All right, we're gonna try to get this baby seared on all sides. All right, so I'm gonna hold it like this.
There we go.
And then we'll flip it over to the other side.
That backside get a nice little char on it.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Good old cast iron holding that heat for us.
Tell you what, that pan would make some good pan gravy, I bet you. Look at all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Absolutely could.
Mama used to make pan gravy.
Nice biscuits and gravy pan. All right, guys, we have this pork shoulder butt already seared off, ready to go. So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna have Kenny go ahead and add the onions and garlic into the bottom, and we highly recommend you getting a liner for your crock pot. It'll save you lots and lots of time cleaning.
What a crock.
That's a crock.
So we got some big old chunks of garlic in there. Yummy yum.
2 different onions,
And then
yellow
after
onion
we
and white onion.
dump the butt,
Yep, we're gonna grab this
little bit
butt.
of lime.
All right, let me come around here and get this
Oh, you
critical.
gotta see this. It's
This is a
incredible.
critical moment right here, guys. Down here at Action
Seared
Kitchen.
off
Look
everything.
at that sear.
Let me just so I can put this.
Wow. Look at that. We've got fire trucks in the background. This thing's so serious.
We're on fire, baby.
Serious. Did you hear what I did?
Oh, look at that.
That's a serious sear.
Sirius XM.
Oh,
Fresh lime over the top. You know, if I had some fresh jalapenos or something like that, would definitely throw those in there as well. Maybe some green peppers, red peppers, whatever you want.
but what we
This will
have
be
in here though
fine.
is onions and garlic because that's what we had in the tour bus.
Exactly.
Yeah, use what you got.
Use what
Exactly.
you got. Now I'm gonna come over here and look at the remnants of what we have left over here. Now we're probably gonna make a
We
breakfast.
still got breakfast to
We
come.
got breakfast to cook. But in the meantime, we got this thing going in on the crock pot over here. We got it on high. Now, we're gonna add some liquid to this guy, right?
We are. We're gonna add one of my favorites. This stuff's been around for 70 years. We're not endorsed yet, but hopefully it's coming.
Call us.
Dale's.
All
Just
right.
a little. We'll kick this up. Notches unknown. Like I said, especially if you don't have a lot of time to let the meat sit in the refrigerator to season, this will get it in there quickly.
All right, so we're gonna let this thing simmer for several hours. We'll check it periodically and see how it goes. So
We're gonna let it fall apart. Super, super tender, fall apart. We'll throw it on some buns with some spicy pepper rings.
there he goes.
We are back. This thing has been cooking for, I mean, good 6 hours, I would say.
Man, that smell is amazing.
It hits you, right?
It is amazing.
What
How's
we're
that bone?
watching for is this bone to pull away smoothly, which it's getting there. It's loosening up.
All right.
We'll let it go a little bit longer here.
We don't need to turn this thing or anything. Just leave it on one
man,
side.
we're good. The fat side was up. It's breaking down and going all into the
Okay,
meat.
lubricating through there. I see.
Tenderizing as we speak. Look at that.
Oh my goodness! Look at
Garlic
the
and onions.
Just fogged up the camera with that.
Mm.
Holy cow! What a crock!
What a crock of goodness.
All right, so we should put the lid back on this
We're
bad
gonna
boy.
let it up and let it go.
Couple more hours.
As long as we can let it stay in there, you know what I mean?
All right.
I'm just gonna have a quick drink here. If anyone out there in the bang world,
Oh yeah, we could use some bangs in our lives. I'm making a cup of coffee here. Gonna put it in my handmade Messer
Ruined
mug.
pottery.
These are very limited.
all right, guys, that moment is upon us.
Oh man, I cannot wait. Oh! All right, now we have
Let's
to
see.
see if the bone is loose.
Let's see what we got here with our bone.
Oh man! Oh! Look at that!
Look at that.
I got a boner. Let me tell you what.
Bam, it's out. It's out.
It's out. It's like pulling a tooth. What are we gonna put that in? This bowl, maybe?
Yeah, let's just throw that in there.
All right.
But look at this, just falling apart.
Oh man! So can we maybe try a little piece of it? Is that
We
legal?
had to.
I kind of think I want this. Oh!
Let me throw it on you first. Hold on.
God, that's twice today. You got me. All right.
Let's see what we got here.
Let's see. Let's look into that guy. Oh, let me try this piece.
Javier. Oh, yeah.
Loaded. Look at that.
That's good though.
That right there.
That thing is ready. Holy moly.
All right. So what's the next step before we get to eating?
Man, we're gonna put this on some buns, and we got some spicy pepper rings. Break up a little bit of that fat, but amazing. So good.
Okay. So should we just kind of crumble it up inside there? You think?
Yeah, we're just gonna shred it. I mean, it's falling apart.
falling apart. So you just like shred it up.
Look at this.
Show us
Just
how you
turn.
shred some of that. I want to try some of this fat piece right here. Like that piece right there. I know it's just fat. Probably not good for me, but
We walked it off today. Look at that. Just, I mean, I'm barely turning this thing.
that is incredible. Oh, now all the garlic from the bottom is coming
Onions
up.
and garlic. Just
Wow.
completely broken down.
Okay, so maybe we should go inside and get the coleslaw going or something, huh?
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. I believe Kenny's gonna whip it. Oh no.
I'm just kidding. I think I did hit record on it. But if I didn't,
You guys just missed
You
the
missed
most
it.
amazing.
no, I think I did. We're gonna go inside and we're gonna go inside and get that coleslaw going. So we'll see you soon.
Fingers crossed. All right, there it is.
Wow.
All ready to go.
Let me get in there and get a good look at that again.
Look at that.
Wow. I mean, let me waft some of this into the camera so you can
Wafting.
smell it, because it just smells amazing. Now, so how we finish this, Derek? What do we got? We got a bun?
We got a real nice soft potato bun here.
Potato bun, all right.
We'll just pile a little bit on here. You might
Okay.
want to let it kind of drip a little bit there.
Yeah, it's gonna have some juice going, huh?
Pile, yeah, it's very.
So this is kind of like a
juicy.
sloppy Joe, but a little bit fancier.
Yeah, this is his older brother that had all the cool stuff.
Frank. It's a sloppy Frank.
There it is. All right, and then we're gonna take some of Kenny's famous slaw.
This is the coleslaw. What the fuck?
Kitchen, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The kitchen
The
slaw.
cole slizzle.
A little bit on top, and then
Nice.
we
Now
got some of
let's
this.
talk about the slaw for 2 seconds here. This one looks like a mustard slaw. This one here's got a little mustard on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did pour a little of the juice from
The
Banana
peppercini
rings.
juice.
peppercini juice.
Okay.
That was
So-
the secret ingredient.
That's gonna
Guaranteed.
pull it together.
Guaranteed to give you heartburn. Guaranteed.
touch.
All right.
So we're gonna top it with a few of these hot pepper rings,
All right.
and there you go.
Put the bun on top of it,
Seems like a full course meal.
and that is the
Pulled pork shoulder,
full
Messer
pork
style campsite. It's a campsite
Outside of Cincinnati.
Fireside.
outside of Cincinnati.
Yeah. So we got the guys, the crew, and everybody over here. They're
Everybody's
all
mouth is watering.
lined up, hanging out by the campfire. You can see over here staying warm. So we're gonna get some of these sloppy franks in people's mouths and
Let's do it.
it's getting done.
Yeah, 16 hours and I'm going strong. Yeah, gonna stand back another till I'm halfway gone. You can't tell me what to do in my life. Don't try to judge me 'cause I'm doing alright. Yeah, gonna drop the hammer till the bottle's gone. I can't think of anything that I would rather do. The way I'm feeling, this could last another day or two. Whiskey!
All right, guys, that is a wrap on our second episode and our tour bus episode, first tour bus episode on this tour. Maybe there'll be some more. Keep watching and make sure you follow us and tune in to the next episode of What's Cooking with the Messers? Let's try this.
Yeah, gonna start some trouble, gonna wake up sore. You can't tell me what to do in my life. Don't try to judge me 'cause I'm doing alright. Yeah, gonna get knocked down.
Just been watching our second episode of What's Cooking with the Messers Tour Bus Edition. We're out here on tour in Cincinnati, out with Pop Evil and Memphis Mayfire. But right now we're gonna eat this, but before we do, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on the notification link so you can see all the videos like this and more. Thanks again.